it appears to me that there's a great deal of this has to do with letting go of any expectation whatsoever. That it's really much more of a discussion or of a process of understanding each other's needs.
Exactly.
Period.
No, not period, but part of it I would firmly agree with. We've got to get rid of making our request into an addiction, you see, an expectation. We've got to let go of the objective of getting our request fulfilled. That isn't what's important. What's important is three things that are interdependent. Creating a quality of connection in which we see each other's humanness and a total lack of any enemy images. Another way of saying that, a lack of any moralistic judgment. Nothing in this connection. Nobody sees any wrongness on the part of the other person. What do we see? Their feelings and needs, the truth. That's 1/3 of our objectives, you see. With the manager, with the employee, if it's our objective to get him there on time. No, it's not. Now, here's why it's hard to mention this to most of the people that I work with. They then can only see the other option is permissiveness. A mother came back second day of a workshop. I went home and tried it last night. It didn't work. And I said, what did you do? I made a clear observation to my oldest son. I pointed out to him that he didn't do the work he said he was going to do. Okay, that's clear observation. And I told him I was disappointed. Okay. I told him I had a need to trust that people will do what they say. Okay. I asked him to please do it immediately. What happened? He didn't do it. What did you say? I told him he couldn't go through life being lazy and irresponsible. Well, I said, I'm glad we have another 2 days because it seems like your objective is doing this. You're here to learn how to get him to do this. Yes, then you don't want to be here. You need to go to a dog obedience school. Read Skinner. If your objective is to get people to do what you want, systematically use punishment and reward and so forth. That isn't our objective. But see, the only other option she could think of then, oh, so I'm just supposed to let him do whatever he wants. I have to do all the work around the house myself. I don't believe in permissiveness. No, I'm not talking about permissiveness. See, such a radical paradigm shift if we've been educated in domination culture, which requires you to obey authority. So it's very scary. People think the only other option then is we're going to have chaos, anarchy. Second, we value other person's needs being met equal to our own. Notice there's no giving up in here. We don't give up our needs. It doesn't require that. But we must value the other person's needs equal to our own. Notice we're not talking about strategies. We're not talking about whether to learn sewing or not sewing, take out the garbage or not take out the garbage, be on time or not on time. It's not the objective. It's not ever our objective, the strategy. Because we might find more creative ways of getting everybody's needs met. Maybe we'll find a way of getting the garbage to disappear or something. You know, nobody has to take it out. Who knows? If we are really creative and we're mainly interested in meeting needs, we may find that the original request I made, there's better ways of getting everybody's needs met. Or the other person may do it. But that wasn't my objective. My objective was to meet everybody's needs, not to get him to take out the garbage, not to get him to learn sewing, not to come to work on time. And the third part of the objective, whatever is done through pure natural giving. That means we're giving with the joy that human beings feel when they see what they're doing is enriching life, meeting needs. This is the only reason for doing it. No fear of punishment, no buying love, no trying for a reward, no guilt motivating. The sewing. Now, when this is there, if sewing is going to enrich this child's life, of course he's going to sew. And if it isn't, the teacher doesn't want him to. She said her need was to enrich his life. If he can find, they might find another way of doing it. So if the sewing does enrich his life, it'll take care of itself. The sewing will be done. The garbage was taken out by my son. From there, after I got the message, after he trusted that it was not my objective,